Not sure if many of you know, but we do have a virtual tier within the Design Coven virtual pro member tier, which includes 3 virtual meetings a month where we set intentions. We do group coaching. So bring all your questions. We answer those questions and you get to learn from other people going through the same struggles as you. We also do a business practice meeting. So we'll have somebody on to share a business practice that we can all benefit from. And then we also do a product training. So getting a sustainable, eco-friendly line to come on, share who they are so that we can be supported with other like-minded businesses. And if you're not quite ready for pro, you can always join our free community where you will connect with other like-minded holistic interior designers. You don't have to be an interior designer if you are kind of just dabbling or you're aspiring or you're looking into this field. We invite everybody from all journeys, and you don't, again, have to be a designer. You don't have to have a degree. We're just a beautiful community of like-minded people looking to create healing spaces, not just for ourselves, but for our clients and future clients. Come join us at designcoven.com/join. You're listening to the Holistic Interior Design Business Podcast. This is a podcast that guides you as a new or inspiring independent interior designer navigating your entrepreneurial path. Here, with my over 20 years experience, I will share my holistic approach to design with intention and ancient practices, including feng shui, all incorporating mind, body, and spirit into my design projects. You will also learn from seasoned interior designers as they give strategies and insight of how they built their businesses and continue to work in the field. Together, we will discover supportive trade partners, new ideas, creatives, and inspiring artists from around the world. I am your host, Rachel Larraine Crawford. We have our first design edit today with Kelly, and we will be getting into her sacred space. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and create our sacred space by lighting a candle. Let's start, as always. Just bringing in this beautiful spirit of fire, which of course is creativity. So we are going to be working with creativity a lot during this beautiful episode. So we've got our beeswax candle going. Ring our bell. Just taking a moment to get into our spaces, get into our body. And I'd love to pull a card. I've been working with the Radiant Crystal deck from Bouchette Design. I've pulled this a few times now. So it's a crystal card deck, and I'm going to pull that for us, Kelly. So this is our card for our session today. So let's see what crystal is calling us. Which one is wanting to make itself known in order to give us a little bit of healing? And that's adventuring. This is harmony, comfort, wonderful. And growth. Yes, this is huge heart chakra. This is a beautiful green. The astrological sign here is Aries and Virgo. So I feel like we're definitely going to be tapping in to those energies. Aries, because we're obviously in that sun sign right now where things are moving. They're moving fast. We're in spring, and then connecting with Virgo, which is going to be about organization, having some steps, getting really clear on what the next steps are in order to get our space into alignment. The affirmation here is, I am in harmony and listen to my heart. So she's got some beautiful energies. She says, adventuring is calming and a protector of the heart. As a good luck stone, it can be used to attract money and prosperous energies. It can help to create abundant opportunities and balance the emotions. And our plant that's connected here is yucca for protection, purity, and purification. Adventuring. And I always think of adventuring as like this journey, like where are we going? Like what's going to happen? It's also that very lucky stone of like being at the right place at the right time and connecting with the right people. And I feel like that's kind of how we met, connecting with a mutual friend, and then Kelly coming to Circles and joining Patreon, and then moving across the country, but still being connected with me. And that's really, really cool. So I just love seeing your journey, Kelly. So I love to share what I'm enjoying right now. My brew of choice is Nova Kombucha, and they actually are sponsoring this podcast. It's guava mint, and I like it because it's clean and it doesn't have that vinegar taste. I can't stand like vinegar at all, and I need the probiotics. I need all the stuff. So like anything that's nurturing and soft that can come into my body, I am so all about it. And the guava is just like this light, beautiful aroma, and the mint is perfect. It just has a great balance. I would love to know, Kelly, what is it that you're nourishing yourself with right now?
Well, I have this is a tea, but it's from the brand Matcha Love. And so it's this Japanese matcha blueberry lavender. And I've just been very into it lately. So yeah, it's my favorite thing to have in the late morning. So, and that's what time it is here right now. So yeah.
Yeah, because you're on the East Coast. And what time is it there?
It's just it's about 11:40 in the morning.
Yeah. So okay, so you're coming into the afternoon.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so we have Kelly's space that we are doing an edit on. And Kelly, can you tell us what is the room that we are going to be practicing some design?
So I just moved across the country, and I have this room that I'm really lucky to have. It's kind of like my office, my creative space. It's where I want to meditate and just also keep all of those kind of things that are precious to me in that kind of world as well. Kind of have maybe like an altar. I can show you, but this is where I keep all of like my crystals and, so I'm trying to figure out how I can meld all of these things and also incorporate some artwork that I've collected that I really spoke to me. And so I'm just trying to kind of create like my space. So that's where I'm at.
Okay, cool. So the intention here is to create a space of meditation, a space to connect with your altars. And then you also do work in this space? Do you work from home?
Yeah. So, I mean, right now I'm just trying to kind of, I'm kind of on a little hiatus, and I'm kind of just trying to allow myself to be creative. I want to give myself a place to write and also do art. So, I want it to be an office, but in a very free form kind of way.
Got it. Okay. And then, so right now when you're connecting with the room itself, what's the energy that you're kind of feeling?
I like the energy in this room. I feel like it's very open, and I love, one of the reasons I picked this room is because it has a really beautiful view out the window of our backyard and the pool. And that's a really important space to me too. It's a big reason why I even like this particular house. And so, and I love the water, and so I like that the colors that come with it. So I think I just want to really always kind of just bring in as much as possible into this room, and this room does allow for that. And but it doesn't feel very personalized yet. Okay.
So we want to bring in some more personality, something that has that vibe that's really connecting with creativity and your spirituality, like bringing these pieces together. And then, do you have inspiration? I know you sent me some photos. What would you consider that vibe to be, or what is it that you're envisioning?
You know, my preferred vibe when you asked me was kind of like, I started to think West Elm, but like a little more feminine, or feminine touches. I love girly things. I love all of the colors that kind of go along with what we think of very feminine. But at the same time, I want it to be sophisticated. I don't want to look like a little girl's room or something. And so I think I'm always kind of battling that a little bit personally. And then I think the other thing too is that it's funny because even though I like these like pastels and whatever, the paintings that I ended up getting drawn to are very bold. And so I'm like, how do I incorporate that and not lose my, kind of airy open vibe? So
yeah, for sure. And Kelly, you'd sent me some photos, but we can also take a look at the room. So if you're able to kind of just give us like a pan of the room. Now, behind you, is that a Murphy bed?
Yes. So this is the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Murphy bed, and I back up a little bit here so you can see it as much as possible. So it's nice that there are some drawers and some shelves I can put things in. Right now, this is something that could be hung anywhere. It shows all of the moon phases, but I didn't want to put it up till after we kind of had an idea. And then we've got some room for a chair. Now, this chair, I want to get something different, but it is
Okay.
just kind of like marking a potential spot for a chair. And then we've got the rest of the room and then the window area. So I can come up a little bit closer to some of the art that I will try to incorporate. And here's the view out the window.
Yeah, that pool room is amazing.
And the great time of day too. Look at it. And then here are some of like my crystals and another painting that I like. And I just found this kind of fun mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And then this wall is pretty much taken up by these closets, which is great to have some storage, but it does take up the whole wall. And then I just have some other crystals and paintings and stuff, and pictures
Beautiful.
up. So that's
Awesome.
That's
Thank
the
you.
room.
We just got a little tour. So, how often are you using that Murphy bed? I know I keep going to that, but it's a huge part of that room.
Right. So not very often. I can put things kind of in front of it. We have another guest room, but this is just kind of like for spillover. So
Got it. Okay.
yeah. So not very often. Yeah.
Not very often. Okay. And so what I was thinking, like just looking at your space, one, I want to get you in your power position right now. The door is behind you at your desk. And I know you love looking out the window, and that's why you're situated there. I'm wondering if maybe we can move your desk at a perpendicular to the way it is now, so that your back is along the wall and you've got the desk kind of toward the front of the window, so you're able to still look out the window and you're still able to look at the door. If that doesn't feel good, then at the very least I would put a mirror on your desk so that you can see who's coming in behind you. So that would be the remedy if you want to keep your desk where it is, to be able to see who's coming in behind you. I know it's just you and your husband and the dog, but psychologically, there's always that feeling of what's behind me, and you're never going to be really at ease if you're constantly like feeling that. And also having a solid wall behind you is going to act as mountain energy in feng shui. So that's really going to give you some stability. It's going to give you some confidence. It's going to keep you stable. So it's just like a beautiful energy behind you that's going to give you that confidence and that push forward, so that you're not constantly like looking over your shoulder. But again, the remedy, if you are going to keep it there, is just having a mirror so that you can see from the mirror out to the door. So maybe like that beautiful mirror that you have, like putting that on the wall right now where your files are, so that you can see directly out. You could do that. But ideally, I would like to put you with your back against the wall. And then as far as your chair, I would love to see something more comfortable. I feel like that chair is a little bit upright. It's dark. And we talked about, bringing some airiness into that space. So doing like an oversized chair or a smaller sofa. And you sent some inspiration photos of like that Moroccan like throws and pillows. So I would do a neutral color chair. So something that's light and airy. That's going to be sort of your canvas. And then you're going to throw one of those throws on there, maybe a big soft pillow. I would definitely bring in a much larger rug. I really want to anchor that room. So doing a big, beautiful, almost like a shag rug, something that you're going to want to sit on, that you're going to want to be comfortable on. Max could sit on that and hang out there as well. And I know he has a little doggy bed, but you could also create like something with some pillows or something for him that corresponds with the room, just kind of keeping the aesthetic all in alignment. I don't know what his sleeping habits are.
Like that.
Yeah, so like he would have a big,
on top
beautiful,
of all the pillows.
Yeah, so we can create like a big, beautiful Moroccan, pillow party down there for him, and then it would just be really cozy. So big rug. So I'm thinking, I don't know what size that room is, but at least a 6x9, maybe an 8x10. See what works, especially since you're not using that Murphy bed. We're really going to design the space for you, and then that Murphy bed situation is an after thing. So I'm not designing with that in mind of having that bed down all the time. So that's why I was
Okay.
asking about like how often that is. We're really designing the room for what you're going to use it for every day.
Yeah.
And then you have access to painting your walls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what you might want to do, I know you want airy and we can still keep it light, but maybe doing some sort of a neutral color in there to bring it in a little bit so it doesn't feel so gigantic. So it kind of makes it a little bit of a cozier space, but still keeping with that lighter color tone. And I can send you some inspiration, like colors to think about painting the room if you want. And I would even paint, that ceiling and kind of create a beautiful womb-like soft space. And then the other thing I would love to see is gathering all of your art and creating a gallery wall with it on that wall there that would be above the chair or above the sofa. So curating a whole beautiful wall there with your moon calendar, the crystals that are hanging, so that we have one big concise space of art. And then if you wanted, we could dabble some things in throughout the room, but at least it would look like it's like one part of it is complete and you don't have to have art on every single wall. So you want to give yourself some space. And then the other thing I would definitely do is bring in plants. You have so many plants outside at the pool. I would love to bring some of that inside. So creating maybe some macrame, hanging plants from the ceiling to give you some greenery in there. Doing some big, beautiful pots on the floor with some plants, like even in that corner where the poster is behind you, like you could have some sort of a tree back in there. And then in your cubbies, that's a great space to create almost like mini altars or your library of books. And it looks like you're already curating, and you could put more plants in there. You can even put art in there. You want to create some height, which it looks like you've done, but I would want to bring some softness in there with a plant or two to give it that warmth again, to soften it up. And then on the back of that, what you could also do, I'm just thinking, is even painting. You don't have to paint that if you're afraid to paint your furniture, but you can make like some cardboard cutouts or some wood cutouts that would fit into the back of those squares. And you could do like an ombre back there, like if you wanted to pick like a rust color or pinks or blues or whatever, and did like an ombre where you do like the dark color at the bottom and then go up. So it kind of adds a little bit of interest and color, so it's not just white in there.
Oh, I love that idea. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool. And then your altar space, I know you've got your crystals and everything, and maybe you do like a little table on the floor next to your chair. Yeah. So you could create something there, but I would also love to see something down where you're doing your meditation, so that you kind of have almost like a meditation table or a kit space where you have everything in one little spot. It could even be like a little, like I said, like a low little coffee table or a low little side table to have your candles and, all these things in one little spot. I'm kind of create like little vignettes for you. And same thing, you can have like a plant down below, and maybe it's more of a medium size. So it's a large pot, probably like, say like 18 inches, and then have a big, beautiful, soft plant in there. And with plants, we want to stick with rounded leaves, nothing spiky or pokey. Big, beautiful leaves, because I want to bring in that live, live plant energy into your space.
Okay.
How does that
soft
feel?
leaves. Oh, that
Soft
sounds
leaves,
great.
yeah.
I mean, and is there a particular corner that I should be trying to kind of concentrate the plants, or you just kind of
No,
go
I would
on
sprinkle them. Yeah, I would sprinkle them around. So like behind you where your Murphy bed is with all those shelves, I would do like a tall plant, like maybe a fiddle leaf fig or something in that corner. Something tall, because do you do a lot of video calls and that kind of thing as well on here, or not so much?
Not so much right now, but this is the space that I think that I would be doing them when I do them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But and if you're going to keep your desk there, but anyway, I would still like to have like some sort of a softness when you come into the room. Having that beautiful plant there would be great. And then, next to your chair, doing some sort of a combination of plants, like I said, that medium size with maybe like a couple other ones. I would do something on your desk. You can also have some hanging plants, kind of, what's that corner? If you're looking at your window on the left there in that corner, it would be kind of where you would have your desk. I would do like the hanging plants there,
Oh,
like 2
okay.
or 3 hanging
So
plants there. Yeah, in that
would you
corner.
do curtains on the window?
Yes, that's the other thing. Absolutely. So what you would want to do, how tall are your ceilings? Like 8 feet?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what you're going to do is you're going to get 96-inch panels, and I would do 4 panels at least. They usually come like 48 inches wide. And you are going to get the rod to go almost to the ceiling as high as you can. And then you're going to drop those drapes. You might have to trim them down or have them tailored a little bit. And then you're going to flank the stack. So when the window's open, the fabric that's hanging, that's the stack, that's going to sit on the outside of the window, maybe an inch into the window, because it's going to give the illusion that the window is larger. We don't want to bring the stack into the window because it will shrink your window space. So we're going to hang the stack so that it's on the outside of your window. It's probably going to be around 8 inches, 8 to 10 inches outside the side of your window. And that's going to really frame that. It's going to bring some softness into the room. And as far as that goes, you could do a pattern. You could do something soft. I mean, you spoke about airy, so I would probably do something that's sort of linen-y, something that's really natural. And if it has a pattern, having it really light, like not anything bold, because your art has a lot of boldness to it. So like your art is going to be like the one thing that's kind of big and, colorful. And then everything else is going to kind of rest and be soft. Your paint color is going to be on the warmer tone. Even if you go gray, I know a lot of people are going gray. Like we want to do a gray that has a warm undertone, nothing with like a blue undertone, because that's just going to be so cold feeling and it's going to go into the blue zone. So, and there's some really pretty taupey grays if that's the color that you want to go into. And I can send you some ideas for that if there's a certain color palette that you're looking for. And you can also pick up a color out of one of your pieces of art that you like. Even like your moon calendar, is that all green? Is that the lightest color? Is that green?
This is a white on top of like kind of an olive green. Yeah. But kind of like maybe would you say like maybe like a creamy white to kind of, and it would kind of pop off of this like white, or would you?
Yeah, you could do a creamy white. You can do like a sand color. Let me see your other art. You had another, there was one with the crystals hanging.
Oh yes, there's this one with the moon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a bit cooler. But like, you see the color of her, I don't know if that's too dark, but like the color of her leg there, like that sandy, warm tone. I don't know if that's too beigey for you. You can always, what I recommend is getting a bunch of samples and trying them out on the wall, at least like 2 feet by 2 feet wide. And then can you go over to that other piece of art that you have with the mermaids? Or the single mermaid?
The single mermaid, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she has some ivory colors in there, like in that flower. Just to warm it up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I love that, because I was worrying about how to, not be just make it a little warmer, but keep the light and area of the white. So
yeah,
there's so many out there.
I know. It's like there's a million whites. So it's like more of a warmer, milky white. And then, like I said, I would bring it up to the ceiling. The finish I would do is a matte. I always do like a matte or a flat finish. It just has a beautiful, almost like a velvety texture to it, which is really, really pretty. And I think adding the drapery with the panels would be nice. And again, like you can putting that pop of color inside of that cubby. I just see it as like an ombre of color going in there. And I think plants would be huge. And then on your desk chair, I would even put a beautiful throw on that, behind you, just to give, I like to add texture and layers. So I'm seeing like lots of pillows, big, shag rug, layering all the stuff and then pulling all your art and creating a beautiful gallery wall to really highlight everything. And then it just looks like it's put together. And then when you want to add stuff, you can very easily do that and it just looks finished. at the
I
beginning.
love this. I gotta go start
Yay.
looking at paint colors right away. I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll send you some paint colors. I have some favorites that I like. And then, like I said, just do like really big swatches, like 2 feet by 2 feet, and put them on different walls. Look at them, different times a day, because the paint color is going to change, and it's going to reflect off of certain things. So like that, the color of your wood doors might reflect back onto the paint. So, and then the Murphy bed, I feel like will really pop, and I think it'll be really fresh and clean looking. On top of all of that, do you have any questions?
I can't think of any right now. I think I'm excited to get started and and find a fun cushy chair, because I love that you said that, because I wasn't sure, like, should I put something kind of bigger there or not? And but yes, I think that that's going to be really great, and I think Max is really excited that he has a spot too. So
Oh, heck yeah. He's going to be like, what? I get to like lay on these pillows.
yes, exactly.
It's going to be really cool. Awesome. Well,
Okay.
Kelly, you'll have to keep me posted. Send me photos. I will send you some paint options as well, just so that you have sort of a gauge, and then just start, it's just paint. I just, get some samples and play. And yeah, I'm excited for you. This is going to be really cool. I can't wait to see what you do.
Oh, for sure. You'll be the first one to see.
Awesome. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thanks. You've been listening to the Holistic Interior Design Business podcast. If it's one that you have been enjoying, please share with anyone else that you think can benefit from this knowledge, and leave us a 5-star review. That helps us get seen and found by other new and aspiring interior designers. And if you're looking for mentorship, I invite you to join our club here at the Design Coven. It's a bridge between school and real life interior design. We get in much deeper there. We have virtual and in-person events, so everyone is welcome. You don't need to have a design degree to be part of it, just an interest in holistic interior design. I also want to thank our editor, Marcy Ferry, and lastly, Kinseth Thibodeau, who is our music composer. Until next time, be well, and we will see each other soon.